Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Saturday and welcome back to our Wicca 101 class. We are in our Chakras unit and today we will be talking about the Sacral Chakra. Now, in case you missed our introductory video of last week, a very brief review. Chakras are energy centers. They function much like our internal organs. They are connected to meridians that we find in Chinese medicine, which function very similarly to blood vessels or nerve centers. And then, of course, the aura is the skin that goes over all of these things. And together, these three systems form a cohesive whole. So, that out of the way, let's talk about what is the sacral chakra. Now, as mentioned, the sacral chakra is an energy center and it's located in your pelvic area. It's visualized as orange and it's associated with creativity, fertility, sexual capacity, emotions within relationships, impressions from the inner and outer world, and our capacity for fantasy. Generally, if the sacral chakra is in good condition, it will be a bright orange, it'll be spinning, neither too fast nor too slow. This chakra has an impact on the reproductive systems of men and women alike, but as well it can affect our blood sugar, the spleen, kidney, adrenal, and lymphatic systems within our physical bodies. This chakra does, however, particularly affect our sexuality and everything associated with it, our emotions that are tied to sex, our physical sex organs, and the spiritual component of sex. Physical intimacy is more than just joining bodies and, ideally hearts. It also entwines the energy of both parties involved, creating an energetic feedback loop during the act, and that can also affect the relationship outside of the bedroom. So, let's talk a bit about a healthy versus an unhealthy sacral chakra. With a healthy sacral chakra, you will have an openness to the world around you. You'll have the ability to connect with other people and possess a reasonable degree of social skills. I'm not saying everyone becomes extroverted. I'm just saying that you know how to interact with people without having massive discomfort. So, self-confidence, as well as a healthy sense of autonomy. You are nurturing to yourself and to other people. You have a healthy sex drive, and you make healthy decisions about how you choose a sexual partner. You have balanced hormones, you have the ability to create and to maintain healthy boundaries between yourself and the world. Now, an unhealthy sacral chakra, you can see dependency on relationships or addiction to various substances, and in very sad cases, sometimes both. This could be someone who is either utterly ruled by their emotions and unable to keep any feeling in check, or they are in a state of numbness. They are just out of touch and they have extreme detachment. There could be an overindulgence of fantasies or sexual impulses, or there could be a complete absence of the libido or the inability to derive satisfaction from sexual encounters. You might have the feeling of stagnation without being able to see a way to get out of it. You could become too rigid. You could fear vulnerability. You could experience overwhelming guilt. You could be engaged in power struggles, or you might find yourself becoming a doormat and just saying yes to whatever other people seek to impose upon you. You may experience mood swings, reproductive problems. You could become extremely shy, or you might have an exaggerated need for attention. Now, whether our sacral chakra is healthy or unhealthy, clearly bringing it into balance will involve deeply personal matters, and so we should be prepared for that. Because if you worked with your root chakra from last week, you may have noticed that there could have been some surfacing of old emotions or old memories, especially if you were having to work through things and do some healing on that chakra. Well, the similar process will unfold with your sacral chakra, and because it is tied to the most intimate matters in our lives, I think we need to be absolutely forewarned and therefore forearmed, at least mentally and emotionally, for that. Now, if we are going to work with our sacral chakra, In all probability, if we do have an unbalanced sacral chakra and then we make the decision to heal it, likely that will involve us actually dealing, not just ignoring or acknowledging, but actually dealing with trauma, bad experience, or discomfort that we may have had relating to sexual matters. If you are a victim of sexual assault, you should probably take the further step of getting additional psychological support before you begin working on your sacral chakra, just to help ensure your emotional well-being, because you don't know what kind of emotions might be welling up from this. So if you have particularly bad experiences in your past, make sure that you're looking after yourself and that you're exploring the chakra in a safe manner. So, a few practical steps when we are working with it. One thing we can do is to come to terms with the body we have and begin treating it properly. We need to see our physical forms not as something to hate or something to overindulge or something to neglect, but as what they truly are, the residence for our spirit in this particular incarnation, and that they are worth nurturing. We can also create healthy and sensible boundaries in our lives. We don't need to become this impenetrable fortress on a mental or an emotional level, but we don't need to be a doormat either. Somewhere in between is probably going to be a happy zone for us. We can set aside activities that we enjoy, and we can also make more of an effort to be physically active. Hike, walk, dance, garden, take up yoga, or any other form of exercise, and also make time for your sex life. Pay attention to your physical senses, but particularly of that of touch, and try to get yourself reintegrated into your body. Now, for more spiritual or mental and emotional steps, you can work towards healing issues relating to sexual trauma, personal power, relationship boundaries, family issues, and your self-image. And don't be afraid to seek out counseling if that is what's required. You can be proactive in the practice of your faith. You can seek out deities who rule over areas who are related to the sacral chakra. Meditate, always coming back to meditation, and listen to music that's composed for sacral chakra hearing. You can wear or surround yourself with the color orange to help activate this chakra if it's too slow, or you can wear or surround yourself with the color brown if you are trying to balance this chakra. So that is our very brief overview of what the sacral chakra is all about. Now for our homework from June 11th to June 17th. Number 1. Meditate and assess the state of your sacral chakra. Whether it requires healing or balancing, or if it's healthy, your chakra is going to require regular maintenance. So you need to find out what condition it's actually in. 2. Create a plan to help keep your chakra healthy. It'd be no good to go to the effort of balancing it and activating it and all these other things if you're not going to maintain it. So do additional research. There's a wide variety of techniques to help balance the sacral chakra, so you're bound to discover something that will work for you. And 3. Journal about your experiences with the sacral chakra, as well as if you've noticed progress with your root chakra since you began working with it last week. Yes, this is definitely one thing in which week by week we'll be adding on little things, because the chakra system is an integrated system. It's not enough to just work on one section of it. All of them need to be flowing properly if you're going to be deriving benefit from these studies, which in turn, as we talked about last week, if you're going to be able to be at your best in order to practice the craft. So it's all interconnected. We are starting to get into the nitty-gritty of the real work. So hopefully you're not put off by this. We all go through it. You can do it too. And of course, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can leave them for me in the comment section below on this channel. Or better yet, you can come see me on Discord at Blackbird's Brew. You can leave me a message in the study hall channel if you're really wanting to discuss chakras or anything having to do with your spiritual development there. And we can have a discussion. You can also be in touch with other practitioners, many of whom have many years of experience. You can get a lot of different thoughts and feelings about whatever it is that you are dealing with, and that can help you move forward. So I think that will do it for now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.